Hello everyone and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, Dimir Blink. So, I know I've played Dimir a little bit more recently because, it's an interesting deck to try to pilot and there are a lot of different ways to play it. And I really want to try out the Blink strategy again that I've been trying before in Azorius, in Dimir, in Orzhov, and some of them work, but none of them has really outstanding sort of result. So, I've wanted to go back and try out the Dimir version again, but this time with a little less blink card. It might sound, different, or it might sound weird that I'm playing a blink deck without that many blink cards, but I think that was the crux, because we were hoping to blink out every time, whereas in blink should just be a bit of a side strategy to get us the extra oomph to get through the game, to win the game, kind of that win con. But a lot of times we're just trying to stay alive, right? So I've went ahead and cut some of the cards in that allow us to blink and put in more sort of a tempo strategy, put in more removal, put in more counter spells just to be able to stay alive long enough. So now this is our new Dimir Blink deck, and in the early game we got 2 Spell Pierce. We need that to counter, enchantment spells from enchantment decks, burn spells from mono red decks, and out counter a counter spell deck or a board wipe from a control deck. So Spell Pierce is actually a really nice card, honestly, in the current meta. Then we also have 2 Cut Down. Of course, Cut Down is necessary to go against all those aggressive decks that vomit out 1/1s or 2/1s in turn 1. And then we have 2 Undying Malice, the blink card that doesn't blink, but brings a creature back if they die. So it actually has other ability than just blinking, but it can get us, our Phyrexian Fleshgorger back from a 3/3 to a 7/5, but this will actually be an 8/6, right? So that's a pretty good ability, but it's not that reliable. So we only run 2 off. Then in the 2-drop, we got 4 Ledger Shredder, and this is the card that really made my blink deck kind of work before, and I think a lot of people are running Fairy Mastermind nowadays instead of Ledger Shredder, for good reasons, because everybody draws a lot of cards, and Fairy Mastermind perfectly counters a Ledger Shredder, because if I were to draw 1 card, they're going to draw 2 cards because of that if it's on my turn. And that is something to be concerned about, and that is the reason why I would say there's definitely valid reason to run Fairy Mastermind rather than Ledger Shredder. Now the problem with that is, Ledger Shredder is a better blocker. Against mono red, this demands 3 damage. Fairy Mastermind demands 1 damage. So this can block a Swiss Sphere, and if we connive, we can block a Swiss Sphere even if they buff it. But on the other hand, Fairy Mastermind just dies to a end of festivities. And that's kind of the problem I have with that card, whereas in Ledger Shredder is slightly better in those scenarios. And that's why it's still in the deck. And again, I'm not 100% sure which one is better, but I still like Ledger Shredder a little bit more personally, so that's why I'm running him here. Then we have 4 Make Disappears. Obviously, we need some counter spells because early game, we're just kind of at the mercy of whatever our opponent plays. We got 2 I wish it was Planar Cleansing. Planar Incision, the blink card that basically allow us to exile target artifact or creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner control with a +1/+1. So it is an immediate blink. So we can exile something and bring it back right away, not at the end step. And that's important because we need a battlefield presence a lot of times, and this blink out can take out, let's say, our Phyrexian Fleshgorger, bring it back as a 8/6 right away, and then gain us 8 life, right? That might be important. So then we have a lot of removal. 4 gold for the throw and 2 Shieldred. That should be enough removal, but as you've seen in a lot of games, we just don't draw them. And I don't really know what's the deal, but if we don't draw cards we need, no matter how good of a deck you have, it's not going to matter. So then we have 2 Graveyard Trespasser, so that can help us exile graveyards, gain life, have a war creature on board. Everything's pretty good in that sense. And then we have 2 Halo Forager, the card that I really wanted to blink because it synergizes very well with the cards in our graveyard, with the instant sorceries in our graveyard. But again, just like a lot of times when I try to play Halo Forager as a 4-off, we either draw it without instant sorceries or we draw all of our instant sorceries without it. So instead, it's just 2 offs, and we're not going to rely on it at all. Then we have 1 Celestis just to get additional mana, 2 Ertai Resurrected to counter spells, destroy creatures or enchantments, or not enchantments, planeswalkers, and the Ertai Resurrected worked really well with Fairy Mastermind, which is another argument you can have for changing Ledger Shredder out. Now, my only argument there is that the Ledger Shredder is better for against aggro decks, and I'm more afraid of aggro decks than control decks because we have a lot more control elements in this deck. We got 1 Geeks Command in case we need a board wipe, in case we need some lifelink, or in case we need to bring our creatures back. We have 1 Kotose. That's my ultimate control, card. Basically, if our opponent is playing something that is very controlling, we can exile 1 card that they have, and then we have 4 of those all exiled, and we can play that spell as well. And then if we can blink her, we got a lot more effects that's coming back in. And that's why I love Kotose as a card, but I can never get it to really go off in a lot of metas. So let's see if this meta is one of them. And then we have 4 Mirrex and Fleshgorgers. Looks like a 7-drop, actually a 3-drop. So we're going to play it for the prototype, and we're going to blink it to get the 7/5, if that's what the game that kind of flesh out to be. Otherwise, we're just going to try to kill our opponent with Mirrex and Fleshgorgers and Ledger Shredders. It's kind of the idea. Look at the land base. We got 4 islands, 1 Otawara, 5 swamps, 1 Takenuma, and then we have 4 Darkslick Shores, 4 Shipwreck Marsh, 4 Underground River, and 2 Mirrex. Very standard sort of Dimir mana base, but because we are kind of heavy on the mana cost, we have 25 lands along with a Celestis. So that is the whole deck. Let's go try out the game. There we go. Let's go try out the Dimir Blink deck. Alright, if your timer fuse run down, you'll automatically use one of your... there's like 4 hints on Arena, and it just cycles back and forth. I think I've read all of them. And then they have now these like Lord of the Rings quotes. Sorry about that. This guy's gonna play an annoying deck probably. Hey, we got a diamond. I forgot we got a diamond. Alright, we got to go first. We got 2 lands in to make this appear, so... Alright, you know what? If we don't draw a 3rd land, it is what it is. It's a pretty good hand for 2 lands. Oh, and there we go. No 3rd land. Oh, he's sorry about that. We cut it down to make it disappear. Let's make it disappear. And no 3rd land. I knew that was going to happen. I knew when I kept a 2-lander. This is where it was going. Alright, you know what? Just start countering spells left and right. And now we have no more counter spells. That's nice. 25 lands. I specifically said we need more lands. Well, you got a Peacekeeper. What are they going to Peacekeep? Graveyard Trespasser, probably? Curious. It's not really that good card to keep. Maybe a cut down? The Celestis. I mean... You just play this to die? You saw the cut down. Alright, well... Here we go. Intrepid Adversary? It's fine. You got it. Do we Ledger Shredder? An Undying Malice? Or do we just pass her and make this a 4/4? That's Ledger Shredder. They might play 2 cards this turn. They do have a Brutal Cathar. What are they gonna hit? Our Ledger Shredder. That's surprising. Huh? He does attack with an Anointed Peacekeeper. We can Undying Malice or Graveyard Trespasser. And if we do, it comes back as a 4/4, but that's about it. Still. Alright, let's go to block. It's just a wasted block and a wasted card, I think. But at least we get to exile stuff in the graveyard to gain some life. And if we let the Trespasser flip, it will be a 5/5, but this will be a This will also be a 3-3, right? It does not get the buff. Well, no, it does get the buff. It'll be a 4-4. For 4-4 first striker. Still, flipping is a good idea. He can attack through this very easily. Another adversary? Okay. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he knows what he's doing. Just a 6-6. Okay, I guess he doesn't know what he's doing. So, we're going to flicker out this. It gives him a 1-1, +1/+1. It becomes a 4-2, which is a +1, so it's going to be a 5-3. That's annoying, huh? It does become a 5-3, but then we can block the Moonrager Brood. Alright, so now we have a 5-1 and a 1-3. Can't cut anything down. Can have another Ledger Shredder. Guess we'll play it. Do we attack the exile 2 cards? The swing back's gonna hurt a lot, huh? So we don't attack. We still have 3 lands still. So Adeline. Ooh. That is gonna be a painful card to get around. He's not gonna attack. He is gonna attack? Okay, well, this is a free block. Does he have a Gonjo? Maybe that's why. Let's do it like this. Okay, well, let's do the no attacks and lantern. What else does he have? Is he just gonna attack with Adeline? Ah, it's good. We gotta take a lot of damage here, huh? Maybe he has an Anjo. Let's find out. Well, nothing's really that great. He's probably gonna... Well, let's see what he does first. Still not drawing lands. I'm gonna Shieldred's Edict something. Copper Coat, okay. Let's Shieldred's Edict something first. What is he gonna sack? The 5-3 or the 4-4? The only thing he's gonna sack is 4-2. That's the universal buffer. There goes the 4-4. So now it's a 6-3 and a 5-2 with Ward. Huh. I don't know if I agree with that attack. What? Alright, we got a Fleshgorger we can't cast. But we can Celeste this out the Copper Coat Vanguard. And we get a land, so... I don't want to draw and discard card. Adeline, okay. Pretty good attack, to be fair. But Gix command. So why don't you sacrifice the biggest creature you have and I'll destroy... Oh wait, no, this is gonna destroy my own Ledger Shredder, huh? Actually, how is this gonna work? If I Gix command this to be a 4 and make him sacrifice, well, destroy all creatures with power 2 or less, that kills the Adeline. But he gets the 4/2 still. I guess I gotta do that. Put 2 +1/+1 counter on this creature. And now I have a 4/6 lifelinker. We're just gonna trade life, but I have to attack in case he draws a Brutal Cathar. I would just lose there if there was a Brutal Cathar. Alright, free draw. Fantastic. So, we can Halo Forager into a Shieldred's Edict. I think that's warranted. Take action. 2. Auto pay. Shieldred's Edict. Sacrifice a non-token creature you. We draw and discard a card. Is there a card I want from their graveyard? Might go for the throw better. Ooh. But Kotose is Kotose. Come on. Oh man. Alright, fine. Whatever. You're at 40. 36 to my to my 5. They do have a 9 errand that doesn't do anything. Good job. Well, we have go for the throw anyway, so let's get rid of that. Maybe he'll quit right now. Actually, I should have got rid of it on his turn, on his upkeep, so that if he plays another creature, he can get rid of the other one too. Look at that. 3 lands and we still beat him. Actually, we were on 2 lands for like 4 turns. It just to show you. It just goes to show you how bad a mono-white deck is. That was embarrassing for him. Also, not very well played. Honestly, who plays what's that called? The tax dude? The 3/3 Vigilance tax dude. I forgot his name, but who taxed the Celestis? That was terrible. I wasn't gonna have 3 lands, and if I have 3 lands, the Graveyard Trespasser is gonna bring me back into the game instead of the Celestis. And then he played into a cutdown. Just everything wrong. Alright, now we go second because we won an unwinnable game. So now we're getting punished. Hello. Adon. That name sounds funny. Alright. We're back to the mirror match hell. With our opponent going first. So what would you like to do? Pass turn? Makes sense. I will also like to pass turn. Tainted Indulgence. Yeah, you can do that. So it's Dimir Control? No, it's Esper Control with the Restoration for some reason. Alright, they're holding up a counterspell. We basically have nothing. Faithful Mending? It's just an Esper Reanimator? Interesting. Because they have a lot of lands in their hand. What are they thinking? Tainted Indulgence again, okay. 3 out of 5. Four out of 5. They're even cost her to populate. We got 2 mana. I wonder what that is. Alright, we got our Mirrex down, so look at all the removal that we're gonna draw. I mean, they already put in 2 Tainted Indulgence. It's not likely to have. Well, you never know. Kaya! Wow, okay. Somebody really wants to reanimate. they countered this? Well, there's no reanimating spell that costs 4, right? So... Oh, they didn't counter it. Well, then... You know what we're doing? Get rid of that. Is Emperor turn? I mean, he plays a 1-1. He has 2 white. So he plays a 1-1. Well, he plays a 2-2, blocks my 1-1. Then what do I do? Right? Then what do I do? He's definitely going to Emperor right now if he has an Emperor. But that stops him from drawing. And my 1-1 isn't doing anything. Ah! I took out 7, but that's only 4. Didn't even do it in response. That deck is very tainted against Faithful Mending. Yeah, gain your life. Do it. He's not really getting that much card advantage. A lot of it is just card quality or card filtering. This deck is pretty tech against, I guess, average. The Populate, huh? We can counter that to Populate to keep our Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah, our counterspell is not doing much. There's a lot of 4 drops. Just take out his Faithful Mending before he gets to use it again. And wait our turn. Now we're nighttime. It's a lot of mana. What would he do? Graveyard Trespasser is so good, it's warding the heck out of him. Alright, so this is Invasion. Return something from non-battle permanent on his graveyard. From your graveyard, right? From your graveyard. I'm looking at your graveyard. Jeez. Somebody has no heart. Stop playing a control deck if you can't let your opponent think. I was seeing if they have anything worthy for me to make a Mirrex token to counter it, but that's probably what I would have done anyways, because he's only got 2 mana left. And then the next turn we can start removing a bunch of things. Alright, well, it is what it is. And I almost thought I could remove the battle, but then, no, I can't remove the battle, right? So only I can only attack my own battle, I can't attack his battle. So, 2 lands again. A good opener, but with just 2 lands, it's really risky. Oh, but I do want to keep this hand. Okay, what better cards can I draw? I will have 3 lands, and I guess 2 removal and a Ledger Shredder. That would be the ideal hand if I mulligan. I don't know if I want to mulligan that. So let's keep. Alright, you know what? Let's just do it. I say hi already, right? Oh, look, a mirror match. What do you know? Alright, in the Dimir mirror match, where, you know, tempo is everything. If I don't draw a 3rd land, I will just quit. Here you go. Bye. So, we're getting punished for winning, even though we have bad draws. Because we have bad draws 2 games in a row, and we win both of those games. And we're definitely going to get punished for that. Believe you me. That's fine, though. This is basically the experience playing Arena is that you quit every game until you have one that's a fair matchup and a fair draw. Then you can actually have a game of Magic. Otherwise, you're just... I mean, there's no other way to play Magic Online other than play Magic Online. And that game looked like butts. D-Man! Now we're going second. See? You either have a good draw and go second, or have a terrible draw go first. So, we got Celestis and Cut Down. That's a pretty good draw, I would say, in the opener. Even with Darkslick Shores, or especially with Darkslick Shores, instead of a Shipwreck Marsh. Alright, enchantments. Or not enchantments. Toxic. With Toxic, this is going to be a little bit different. So I do want to cut this down, but you just get it back. That's the annoying part, huh? Actually, it looks like it's Esper, or no, it's Bent Toxic. So it's probably one that targets a lot and has protection a lot. Wonder if he will want to protect the Crawling Cores at all. Alright, so that's going to be 2, 3, 4. We don't have any removal. Going to turn 3. So, what are we going to take? So we're at 2, we're going to be at 4, and then we take one more, we're going to be at 6 or 7, and then we just die, right? Alright, you know, I'll play it out, but I definitely will not win this game. It's already kind of in the cards. Unless all of those cards are lands. Which, all of my cards are lands. There's a Fleshgorger. It's like our turn 3, we're already on 4 Toxic. We're more poisoned than turns. Of course. What am I going to do? Not block it? He just wants to trade. Oh, it gets indestructible. I forgot about that. So, we're at 5. What can we actually get from his graveyard? Nothing from his graveyard. We can get a Celestus out this turn. We've not drawn well. Also, we went second. So, we're going to be at 7. Still only drawing lands. A Shredder. Shredder can block. Does my Planar Incision mean anything? It might. Okay. Where are you going? Let's protect it. And bring the ending. We get to get a card and we'll go to 9. Can we play 2 cards going to 9? Oh, we need to play 3 cards, right? Alright, that's GG. Perfect draws, even down to the last card. That's it's fine. One goes first with an aggro deck. Normal game Magic. Your creature can attack your opponent or their planeswalker. Thanks! Thanks for basic Magic rules. Is that even hints? Oh, look, a pickle! I wonder what deck they're gonna make. Okay, this is a little bit of a better hand, I guess. We have Ledger Shredder with Spell Pierce, but also Planar Cleansing. We've played the Mire deck like 3 times, I think. I don't remember. And then an aggro poison deck. Going second. We're still going second, by the way. Another aggro poison deck. That's exactly what I wanted to face. I don't know what deck that is, honestly. It looks like the fairy deck. The fairy that targets itself, I forgot what it's called. But no, it's a Simic Ramp. Simic Ramp is interesting. We'll get a Phyrexian Fleshgorger out and do stuff with it. Yeah, the earlier we get the Fleshgorger out, the better it can be. But they're really ramping the heck out. Another Stomper. Yeah, they're really ramping the heck out of this. Make this appear completely useless against all this ramp, but, you know, it is what it is. It's going for some attack. You can't block anyways. Should have attacked first before I play the Mirrex. A little bit of a small trick for Magic the Gathering is that you want to attack before you do almost anything. Because you're giving your opponent information. Fading Hope. Well, I don't want it to get Fading Hope, so here is blue. I'm not even here. But I will come back as an A6. Look at that. Watch me drift all over you. Oh, I should have let him pay the life first. I forgot there's a ward life thing. He's not gonna pay. Alright, that was a mistake. This thing with the arena is that you gotta be very careful about the trigger abilities. Because, of course, it doesn't know what it's doing. I have to know what I'm doing. Another Fading Hope. Alright, first we get to Connive. Resolve. What do we toss here? Make this appear because we're going to Spell Pierce this turn, right? Oh no! I have nothing! Oops. Forager? Malice. Alright, now they want to target it, they gotta pay another 8 life. Take an attack. Titan of Industry, yeah, well, you still gotta pay 8 life. Does he? He does. Wow. Gutsy. Gutsy move right there. You just have another Titan? Is that what's going on? Because the Titan has reach, right? Maybe that's what he's hoping for? Why did you leave my Mirrex? I take 5. If he has another Titan in his hand, that's just our game. That 3 damage from the Majigger really is what's causing us, right? The ward, the first ward. Oh boy. Alright, gains a life. That might also get us. So what can we do with Halo Forager? It's got 3, so we can get 1 mana. Which is Undying Malice. It's not very useful. Can we play 2 spells? And Connive. I think we can. Okay. You may cast. That should trigger Connive, right? Take action. 1. Oh, I can take his cards. Forgot about that. Let's put back a Incision. No, let's put back a Spell Pierce. I've got a mana screwed anyways. Oh, I need that. That'll be pretty good. Not really. I pitched my own. Alright! Magic of math. We kind of screw up on that ward, but we still won. It didn't matter. It was a little bit closer than I like to. If that ward was paid, we could have gotten like 11 damage that turn with a Fleshgorger. That would have been insane. Our Fleshgorger killed him. Our Fleshgorger dealt 16 damage without ever attacking. Fun. Alright, so let's talk about the deck. For the Dimir deck, I think it's pretty strong. I mean, I don't think it's top tier or anything, but it's got enough girth that it will be able to fight the top tier decks well enough. And really, it's about the draws. And Phyrexian Fleshgorger is the heart of the cards. You kind of need it to get all the blink to work. Everything else is removal or stall until you can get it. And that is, you know, the idea of the deck. But the card Ledger Shredder actually was fantastic. You can see how some of the games Ledger Shredder got us the game by conniving and doing damage. Whereas in Fairy Mastermind wouldn't be able to do that damage We can attack for 2 a turn, but Ledger Shredder got really buffed. We attacked for 4 that last game. That's how we won. And if it was a Fairy Mastermind, we would not have won. And I don't know if any of the games we played when we drew Ledger Shredder, that Fairy Mastermind would have been better. I guess against the Dimir deck, you could argue that would have been better. But again, against the Dimir deck, we just drew land, so none of that matters too much. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.